Hello everyone. Today we are going to discuss the topic the energy method and the uniqueness of solution of wave equation. The energy method and the uniqueness of solutions of the PDE. The energy method is a fundamental tool in the theory of PDEs. One of its main applications is it can be used to prove the uniqueness of the solution of initial boundary value problems. Okay, that means we can use this energy method to prove the uniqueness of the solution of the initial boundary value problems. The method is based on the physical principle of energy conservation. Okay, so recall that in order to prove the uniqueness of the solutions for a linear differential problem, it is enough to show that the solution of the corresponding homogeneous PDE with homogeneous initial and boundary conditions is necessarily the zero solution. That is, we already discussed the same method before. That is, to prove the uniqueness of the solutions for a linear differential problem, it is enough to show that the solution of the corresponding homogeneous PDE with homogeneous initial boundary conditions is necessarily a zero solution. Okay. The outline of the energy method is for a certain homogeneous problems, it is possible to define an energy integral that is non-negative and non-increasing function of t. Okay, that is for some homogeneous problems, it is possible to define the energy integral that is non-negative and non-increasing function of t equal to 0. That is, at the initial time, the energy is 0, and therefore the energy is 0 for all t greater than or equal to 0. Due to the positivity of the energy and zero initial and boundary conditions, it will follow that the solution is 0. Okay, this 0 initial and boundary conditions are obtained by using this because solution of this linear differential equation, it is enough to show that the solution of the corresponding homogeneous PDE with homogeneous initial boundary conditions, that is the initial and boundary conditions will be zero boundary conditions. Okay, so from that, due to the positivity of the energy and the zero initial and boundary conditions, it will follow that the solution is 0. Okay, so we can illustrate this method, the method of energy or energy method, by using the following example. Okay, consider the Newman problem for the vibrating string utt minus c square into uxx equal to f of xt. That is, this is a non-homogeneous problem with boundary condition. That is, the Newman boundary conditions are given by ux 0t equal to a of t, ux lt equal to b of t, where the boundary points are 0 and l. Okay, and the initial conditions are given by ux 0 equal to f of x and utx 0 equal to g of x. Now let u1 and u2 be two solutions of this problem 1. Now by the superposition principle, the function w equal to u1 minus u2 is a solution of the following problem. That is a solution of the corresponding homogeneous problem with the homogeneous boundary conditions. That is w gt minus c square into u wxx equal to 0 with the boundary conditions wx0t equal to wx equal to 0 here. That is the homogeneous boundary conditions. It was it is a of t and b of t. Okay, so we are considering the homogeneous equation that is equal to 0 here with the homogeneous boundary conditions. Okay, so we know that this method is actually we have used before. Okay, so now define the total energy of the solution W at time t as E of t is equal to 1 by 2 into integral 0 to L Wt square plus c square into Wx whole square into dx. That is, we are defining the total energy of the solution W of this system or this problem. Okay, as E of t equal to this 1 by 2 into integral 0 to L Wt square plus c square Wx whole square dt. Okay, now we are finding the derivative of this total energy E of t, that is E dash of t is equal to d by dt of 1 by 2 into integral 0 to L Wt square plus c square into Wx square dx. So this is nothing but 1 by 2 into this integral is with respect to x. So we are integrating, we are differentiating with respect to t. So we can differentiate this integrand with respect to t. So integral 0 to L, integral of Wt square is 2 into Wt into Wtt plus c square into integral of, sorry, this is derivative, okay. Derivative of Wt square is nothing but 2 into Wt into Wtt plus c square into derivative of d by dt of Wx square, that is 2 into Wx into Wxt dx. Okay, now this is equal to, dividing this 2, we'll get Wt plus c square into Wxt dx. So this is the derivative of the total energy. Okay. Now we have dou by dou x of Wx into Wt, which is equal to Wx into derivative of Wt, that is Wtx or Wxt, plus Wt into derivative of Wx with respect to x, that is Wxx. Okay, so from this, because we have Wx into Wxt is equal to dou by dou x of Wx into Wt minus Wxx. Okay, therefore we have multiplying throughout by c square, we get c square into Wxt is equal to c square into this minus c square into this. Okay, but this is equal to c square into dou by dou x of Wx into Wt minus, we have from this is our equation, so from this we get c square into Wxx is nothing but Wtt. So we can replace this c square into Wxx as Wtt. So E dash of t, from equation number 3 we have E dash of t is equal to integral 0 to L Wt into Wtt, this plus c square into, we have c square into Wxt is nothing but this. So we can replace this by this. Okay, so replacing that we get c square into dou by dou x of Wx Wt minus uh, Wt into Wtt. So we can cancel this. So we'll get c square into integral 0 to L dou by dou x of Wx into Wt dx. Okay, so the derivative of E with respect to t, E is a function of t only. So E dash of t is equal to c square into 0 to L dou by dou x of Wx Wt dx. So this integral is with respect to x. So we know the integral of this derivative is nothing but Wx into Wt. Okay. So applying this limit, that is x from 0 to L. Now applying this limit, x is, that is Wx is a function of x comma t. So applying this limit L, we will have Wx L comma t into Wt of L comma t minus, when we apply x equals 0, we have equals 0 comma t Wt x equals 0 comma t. Okay, but we have by the boundary conditions are given by Wx 0 t equal to Wx Lt equal to 0. Okay, that is the boundary conditions of the problem 2. Okay, Wx 0 t equals 0 and Wx Lt equal of t is nothing but 0. That is because this is equal to 0 means this will be 0 and this will be 0. So we have dash of t is equal to 0, constant. Okay, that is the energy, total energy is a constant, means energy is conserved. Okay, now at a t equals 0, the initial conditions are given by, that is the initial conditions of the problem 2 are given by w of x0 equals 0 and wt of x0 equals 0. That is the initial conditions of the problem 2. Okay, w of x0 equals 0 and wt of x0 equal to 0. Okay, so therefore since w of x comma 0 equals 0, we have wx of x comma 0 equals 0, right? Therefore we have the energy E of t is equal to 1 by 2 into integral 0 to L Wt square plus c square into Wx square dx, which is equal to 0, because here we have Wt equals 0, at the point t equals 0 we have Wt equals 0 and Wx is also 0 when t equals 0. So these two are zeros equal to 0, since the integrand is 0 at the point t equals 0. Clear? Therefore, we already obtained that e of t is a constant. So since e of t is a constant, we already know that e of t is 0 at t equals 0. So since e of t is a constant, we have e of t equal to is identically equal to 0. Clear? So the energy is 0, right? Now, since the function u of xt, that is the integrand of this energy, okay, that is wt square plus c square into wx square is greater than or equal to 0, because this is a square and this is square and this is square. So u of xt is greater than or equal to 0, and its integral over 0 to L is 0. We already obtained that this uh, e of t is equal to 0, identically equal to 0. That means this integral is equal to 0 for all t. So from 0 to L. So we know that this e of t, that is wt square plus c square into wx square, is greater than or equal to 0, and its integral over 0 to L is also 0. Therefore we have this integrand will be equal to 0. Okay. So we have from this, therefore we know that Wt is equal to 0 and Wx is also 0. That is Wt xt equal to identically equal to 0 and Wx xt is identically equal to 0. That means since W is a function of x and t, and the partial derivative with respect to t is 0 and partial derivative with respect to x is also 0, therefore the W of xt is a purely a constant, identically a constant. Okay, so by the initial conditions we have W f x0 equal to 0. That means we have when t equal to 0, we have W equal to 0. Therefore, since W is a constant, we have W of xt is equal to 0. That means we obtained the zero solution for the new system or new problem of corresponding homogeneous uh, differential equation with the homogeneous boundary conditions. Okay, therefore the solution of the given problem 1 is unique. Okay, that is, we obtained that. Actually, we are this was our example. The Newman problem is this. So we consider that we assume that u1 and u2 are two solutions of this problem. Then we know that w equal to u1 minus u2. That is, w is a solution of the corresponding homogeneous problem with the homogeneous boundary conditions. Okay. So we know that to show that this problem, this given problem has a unique solution, it is enough to show that this problem 2, that is the uh, homogeneous problem corresponding to the homogeneous boundary condition, has the zero solution. So here we obtain that the solution W of the problem 2 is 0, they are identically equal to 0. That means solution of the given problem 1 is unique. Okay. So here we used the energy method to prove the uniqueness of the given problem. Okay. Now, next example 2. In the previous problem, consider the Dirichlet problem instead of Newman problem. Okay, that means in the previous problem we have the the boundary conditions are given. The boundary conditions are Newman conditions. That is ux at 0 t equal to a of t and ux at lt equal to b of t. That was Newman conditions. So in this problem, we are just write or replace the Newman boundary conditions with the Dirichlet boundary conditions, that is u of 0 t equal to a of t and u of lt equal to b of t. Okay, the other parts are same. Okay, so in this case also we can assume that let u1 and u2 be two solutions of this PDE or this problem. Then by the superposition principle, we have w equal to u1 minus u2 is also a solution, is a solution of the corresponding homogeneous problem with the homogeneous boundary condition, that is boundary condition as zeros. Okay, that means this. Okay, this homogeneous problem with the homogeneous boundary conditions. So W is a solution of this. Now here also we can prove that the solution W of this problem 5 is equal to 0. Okay. So here Here we use the same energy integral as in the previous problem, that is E of t is equal to 1 by 2 into integral 0 to L W t square C square Wx square dx. If you are considering the same energy integral, then we obtain as in the previous case we obtain E dash of t equals C square Wx Wt x 0 from x from 0 to L. That is we obtained in the previous problem. Okay. Yeah, this we have E dash of t is equal to this. Okay, so we will get in this problem we will get this E dash of t is equal to W of x into W t from x from 0 to L. Now applying these boundary conditions, that is Wx at x equal to L, that is Wx L comma t Wt L comma t minus Wx 0 comma t, that is when x equals 0, and then this is when x equal to 0 Wt of 0 comma t. Okay, but here in this case we are given the conditions are W0 t equal to 0 and WLt equal to 0. Okay, so by using that we have W0 t equals 0 and WLt equals 0. Therefore we have Wt is also equal to 0 when t x equals 0, and WTLt is also 0 because W0 t is a function of t which is 0. Therefore Wt is also 0 and WLt is also 0 implies WTLt is also equal to 0. So for that, therefore, we will get this is 0 and this term is also 0. So we have E dash of t again 0 here also. Okay. So E dash of t equals 0 means in this case also we have the energy is conserved. That is E dash of t equals 0 means E of t is a constant. Okay. E of t is a constant. So here also we can say that the energy is conserved. The rest of the proof will be exactly same as in the previous problem. Okay, we can just do like this. As in the previous problem, we can write here we have obtained that the energy is a constant, that is energy is conserved, and at the time t equals 0 we have W of x is 0 equals 0, W of t equal to t, Wt at x comma 0 equals 0, because the these are the initial conditions. That here also there is no change in the initial conditions. Here the change is only in the boundary condition, that is the Newman boundary conditions changed to Dirichlet condition. So there is no change in the initial conditions. Okay, so this is same as in the previous example. So we can do the same procedure in this problem also. That is the Wx is 0 equals 0, Wt x is 0 equals 0. These are the initial conditions. Therefore, Wx at x is 0 equals 0. Therefore, Et is nothing but from this equal to 0 at t equals 0. Therefore, Et is a constant. We have so sorry, since Et is a constant, so we have Et is identically equal to 0, and since this function is greater than or equal to 0 and its integral over 0 to L is 0, therefore we have this integral, this function is identically equal to 0. That means each component Wt equal to 0, Wx is equal to 0. Therefore W is a constant. Okay, in that case we can say that W equal to 0 because uh, uh, this is W is a constant and Wx is 0 equal to 0. That is when t equals 0 we have Wx is equal to 0, and this is a constant implies W of x is identically equal to 0. That means we obtain that this uh, uh, the corresponding homogeneous problem with homogeneous boundary conditions has the solution 0, that is W equal to 0 has the solution. That means the solution of the given problem is unique. Okay,